okay, so this guy's getting a good amount of hate in his comments, but I can see where he's coming from and also where the comments are coming from. So he says, when someone asks you how much you bench, but you're science-based and you haven't barbell benched in almost 2 years. So the thing with science is pretty much, we know the main two things when it comes to training is you need to progressively overload the muscle. So over a long period of time, you got to be doing heavier weight for more reps over the long term if you want to grow your muscles. And two, you got to make sure your sets are intense enough to stimulate growth. Then of course, volume is important as well. But with exercise selection, you can do this with any exercise. You can progressively load with any exercise. He is choosing to do a benching machine, and that's totally cool. You can progressively overload that. However, I love barbell bench personally, and the reasons why is because it's pretty standardized. You can go to any gym, you get a barbell, and you'll pretty much be able to do the same weight you do at any gym. So you can do it almost anywhere if you travel or you go to different gyms at times. And also, it's standardized in the way that so many people have done it. It's great that you can see where you stack up in terms of like beginner, intermediate, advanced, in terms of your strength. You know, when you hit a 225 bench, it's a big moment, you're gonna have a pretty good sized chest. You hit a 315 bench, you're gonna have a pretty big chest. You hit a 405, and you're probably gonna need to start wearing a bra because your chest is just gonna be so massive. So it's just kind of good to know where you stack up, as well as just getting strong at this movement. And so personally, I like to do barbell bench in terms of flat and incline. I like to dumbbell bench in terms of flat and incline, and that's 90%, 95% of my chest training. And I like to think that I have some pretty tig bitties. And that being said, I have a lot of data in a lot of different gyms that I've trained at where I can look back and see how much stronger I've gotten, and I can really just drive that boat and just aim to progressively overload and set all-time PRs. So I see where he's coming from. If you find a machine that works really good for you, you get good range of motion, you feel the stimulus on the chest, you're able to get stronger, keep that in rotation. But I wouldn't say that barbell bench is something to avoid. You probably are gonna want a good, Rolodex of quality chest exercises for yourself that you can rotate through over the months. And then just get super strong. And if you get really strong, you're probably gonna have a pretty big chest. Hope this helps.